Good morning, ducks! Okay. Yes, Doug. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for July 2nd. July 2nd. Yes, it was the first. Colin and I are a little fatigued today.
Just a bit.
We had plans to be out here at 7 a.m. and it's 8 a.m. So we actually feel a little bit sore today. So we did a lot of logs yesterday. We skinned, I don't know, probably what, 65 logs?
Yeah, 65.
Oh, it was a lot. We worked till 5 yesterday, and then we had some good downpours of rain, and which made it even trickier because the logs are really, really slippery when you take the bark off them and then add rain on top of it. It's like handling a 100-pound jelly stick. It was fun, eh? Anyways, so I want to introduce Colin because I know a lot of the new viewers out there don't know who Colin is. Colin's been a fan of the show, holy mackerel, what, 3.5 years?
3.5, something like that,
Like
yeah.
back to before I got ducks. I think it was a
Yeah,
garden.
I think it was the first year you had the ducks.
Okay, so Colin's been part of the show here for a long time. He's been in the comment section, a big thumbs up guy. And he came up 2 years ago to help me with the cull that we ended up didn't do because I think it was just too nice. Yeah, it was too hot, that's why.
And then later on, was that the year you broke your hand?
And then I broke my hand right after that. So,
Thank you for not doing that when I was here.
So, he's been up here before, and he, came up for this weekend, and his contribution to the Duck Adventure this year is for let me abuse him for 3 days of hard physical labor, and I don't think he realized how hard physical labor it was.
Not your style.
We're on a mission here, guys. So today, and I'll put a link below the video here to Colin's channel. Sub to his channel. He does homesteading videos. I think you're doing rabbits right now. You got some chickens.
Yep.
He makes things, rabbit cages. He does a lot of neat things that I don't do. He does. So check his channel out. He's got some. I know he just did a rabbit making cage. He did a rabbit. To show how to make a rabbit cage. Rather economically. Instead of paying $80 for a rabbit cage.
Cost me about 30.
About 30, yeah. So check his channel out. I'll put the link below to his channel, and we'll go on a tour today, and we'll show you what Colin and I did. We got logs all over the place. We're gonna get the backhoe out, and oh yeah, it's another thing too, guys. The backhoe situation. I've noticed in the comments section, people are saying, why didn't I get a tractor and a post hole digger? Well, I have a neighbor that has a tractor, which I could have borrowed his tractor, like right next door. He had a little 30-horse, two-wheel drive. And I got another neighbor that's got a post hole digger. Well, my property is the land of rocks, and anybody that watches my garden channel, or my garden videos, you've seen my rock pile. Well, yeah, actually, so we'll get that in the background here. Yes, there it is in the background, right behind me there, right.
And that's not even all of it. You took a bunch out of it.
Oh, it's only there's probably 2/3 of it gone now. All of those rocks came out of a 40 by 80 foot area. Only digging down the depth of a shovel, okay? So my property here, I've actually had post hole diggers here, and I've unsuccessfully had any luck with it. I think the last time I had a post hole digger here, I got, I think 2 holes dug with it, and then I ended up using the shovel. That's how bad it is. You can't use them. You need a backhoe or an excavator type thing to be able to dig a hole in this property. It's brutal, guys. The rocks are crazy, which you'll see today. We'll be pulling rocks out of the ground that you'll be surprised. Everything's buried here. It's a hidden treasure property. So we're gonna go for a walk around. We'll show you all the logs Colin and I did, and then we're gonna fire up the equipment here, and we're gonna do some serious post hole digging. So we've got one set of posts over here. There's gonna be big corner posts here. Good. It's amazing. That big log there, guys, probably weighs about 120 pounds, and when it's wet, it's super slippery. Now we've got a whole bunch of corner braces here. We just pulled piled all the corner braces here because they're basically the last thing when just before you string the wire up. We've got our corner posts for over here. We've got a bunch of posts over here. I've got a bunch of 14-foot posts here, which I'm going to be putting on right here. I'm going to put them in the ground, and we're going to make sort of like a carport situation where the feeding and the water station is, specifically to protect the feed. But so they're going to go in here today. We're going to put them basically right in this area here. 4 big 14-footers. So it'll be basically about 9 feet tall inside. And then I'm going to put the steel grid on top of it. I'm going to run some log stringers on the top, and then I'm just going to buy a tarp with the excess money from the fundraiser. I'm going to get a tarp, and we'll cover this area so that the ducks have got a place where the feed stays dry. We got some more logs over here for this corner, and we got more logs over here. We got logs everywhere, guys. We stripped a lot of logs yesterday. I'm feeling it in my arms, and Colin's feeling it in his back. But now we're going to do the fun part, which is running the equipment, and I'm going to set up the time lapse and show you what it's like in time lapse to dig a whole bunch of holes here. Oh, and Dougie yesterday was amazing. We had a predator. That's another thing. When Colin and I were in the bush yesterday, the ducks did a little bit of a freaking peek, and I came out of the bush because I knew the quack sound was not a good quack sound, and all the ducklings were in a big circle in the yard doing the quack, the warn you that there's a predator here. And Doug, actually Colin couldn't believe it. Doug was in the he would be in the bush, and he would just get up from a light sleep, and he would take off through the swamp, and then he'd come back with mud right to his neck. So something was here, and Doug's doing it now again. So predator season's back on. But right now, let's go dig some holes. Look at that, guys. We haven't done any work yet. We just turned around, and there's a bunch of ducks coming back from the creek. They must have followed the adults down. They were actually right at the creek, the edge of the water. That's awesome, man. And last night was the first night. Well, actually, it was the second night last night. Oh, blood feathers. We just noticed a duck was pulling at his feathers. Last night was the first night that the ducks second night the ducks went into the pen, and I didn't have to herd them. They followed the adults into the pen. I was actually shocked that they weren't scattered all over the yard. This group was the first group that went to the creek, and they came back, and that's the one right there Colin just pointed out to me. It's got some blood feather. It's been pulling at its feathers. They do that. I think a lot of it is like that when the new feathers come in. I think it hurts them, or it irritates them, and that's why they chew at it. These ducks want to come close to us, but they're not too sure. This little batch is coming back from the creek. I'm shocked that so many were down. Like all of these ducks I just showed you guys were at the creek, and we just got out here not even a half hour, 20 minutes ago, eh? It wasn't long. They wasted no time going to the water. All right, guys, we gotta get to work. We got a lot of post holes to put in. This is gonna be a good day. At the end of the day, we're gonna look around, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of brand new white cedar sticking out of the ground. All right, Colin and I have marked the front of the pen. I've decided to come out 6 feet out to the front. I'm gonna go a lot farther into the swamp, but I decided to come out 6 feet on the front. I didn't want to go 10. Didn't want to lose too much of my yard close to the house. So that's the front here, guys. Now we're going to start digging holes with the backhoe. You're not gonna believe it, guys. We're at what, 5.2 hours on the machine so far?
5 hours.
5 hours on the machine. I think it's around what, 4 right now in the afternoon. We started at 8 a.m. and we're still working on the front of the pen. The rocks, you couldn't have done anything with it. Actually, a postal digger you would have just given up. It's absolutely crazy. It's like the Canadian Shield dropped all their rocks here. That's basically every hole has 20 to 30 of those in it. It's crazy. But I'm blown away. This is worse than my garden, when I did my garden, the amount of rocks.
That's the one that took us a good half hour.
Like the rocks that they're buried in there and they're jammed in with each other. Absolutely crazy. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Like we haven't hit one hole yet. We hit one hole, it took 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was your second one.
The second hole we did was 15 minutes, and everything else has been 30 to 40 minutes with a backhoe to get the holes. Now, you know, if we had a bigger backhoe, we could do it, but the holes would be massive. The nice thing about this little backhoe is that it very narrow holes, so that it doesn't destroy too much, and you get a good solid hole for the post. But I'm just blown away by how long it's taken. I'm hoping when we go down that side and the back side, it's easier. I'm hoping. But basically, it's a 2-day rental. We're just, you know, we're going to be paying for 2 days on this machine because you're only allowed 8 hours of use on the clock, and we're already at 5 hours.
8.
8.
Oh.
You're allowed 8 hours. So
that's one less hole.
It's going to be a 2-day rental on the machine. I got Colin doing my chores right now. It's about 10 after 8. Brutal day. Frustrating actually because the amount of rocks. It's crazy. Like some holes were taking like 45 minutes. There were so many rocks, and anyways, we got the front totally done and the back corner post. Tomorrow I'm hoping it's going to be a faster day. I'm hoping that all the rocks were up here on the lawn. So we got the corner post back there. We've got this row completely done on the front, backfilled. So we've got the back side here to do tomorrow. I've already burnt through, I think 7 hours on the machine. I'm really hoping that when Colin leaves on Monday, I'm still not digging. I'm really, really hoping, because I know for a fact now it's going to be a 2-day rental. There's just no way. It's just brutal, guys. I don't believe it. Worst holes I've ever dug on this property. Every single one of them. Like, I was telling Colin, I dug by hand my whole original pen. Never hit anything like this. Absolutely crazy. So I've got Colin right now in the barn. Hey Colin!
Yeah?
Hurry up, man!
Sorry.
We're
Doing the best I can, boss.
The both of us are seriously fatigued. We've done a solid 12-hour day today. Absolutely brutal what we've pulled off here. But tomorrow's going to be even worse. 29 degrees tomorrow. Today was cool. It was only like 22, so. But I'm thinking by the time I get the wire up, electric fence done, inside torn down, it's going to be 2 weeks. Before this is like, I did not realize how big the pen is.
And how bad the rocks are.
Oh, the rocks are brutal, but it's the sheer size of it. You know, it's almost 9,900 square feet of pen. It's a huge undertaking, but it's going to make the duck life awesome.
Spoil your ducks.
They're going to be spoiled ducks. Yes, they are. They're going to. I got to get back to work too. So, anyways, that's the update for today, guys. Saturday. Didn't get near done what we wanted, but we did make a dent in it. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show.